All right guys, if you're new to a French Bulldog and are really curious about the colors of a French Bulldog, today's video is just a really good hands-on, simple kind of way to help you understand, different types of French Bulldog colors and why, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, there's 6 different Frenchies here and all 6 are different colors. Why is that? So let's learn a little bit today about how we can understand how these French Bulldogs have all these different coat colors in today's video. All right guys, so let's start with the least rare coat color to the most rare coat color. And hopefully we can kind of tie all this together and make this make sense to you guys. We're not gonna have a whiteboard. We're not gonna write down the square as far as, this came from mom, this came from dad. I just want to do a really simple, try to keep it simple and just talk about each one of these puppies. They're trying to take little naps as we just got done playing. But the really most simplest thing, let's talk about the Merle gene. First of all, you only want 1 copy of the Merle. And there's 3 puppies that actually got the Merle gene. And it's by itself, it isn't really a coat color, but let's just talk about it. So these 3 here out of the 6 got the Merle coat gene, and it's supposed to be a 50-50 chance when doing that. So that totally made sense. So these have the Merle, but they're not called a Merle. We're gonna get to their colors later on. The other thing we can talk about too are tan points. You can see the tan points really sharply in for this guy here, but for this guy here, you can't see the tan points. Right, Jazzy? You wanna get back on the video, don't you? So this one here, you can clearly see the visual tan points, and this one you can't. So a lot of times there's like, chocolate and tan, blue and tan, lilac and tan. So again, tan is not actually a coat color of a Frenchie. It's more of a characteristic, just like Merle is, that we're gonna describe the coat color. With that being said, understanding what Merle is, what tan points, I think we can kind of start getting into exactly what coat colors these are. Let's start with one of the more basic and standard coat colors in a French Bulldog. And that would be these guys right here. These are fawns. One would be a blue fawn. The guy on my left, this here is Rocky. And the other one here would be more of just a fawn. So what we can tell by the fawns here is they do not carry 2 copies of blue or dilute, which allows them not to be the fawn. So they might carry 1 copy or they might carry no copies. For sure this blue fawn here, if you can kind of see in the light, it's a darker fawn with a little hint of that blue grayish coat color. So that's what we call a blue fawn. Hopefully you can see the difference there. And then the next one here is a little bit lighter fawn coat color. So this one I would just call a fawn. So, but both of them are fawn Merles. So they both carry the Merle gene. So they're not just a fawn. You can call them a fawn Merle, like you can a blue Merle, lilac Merle. So that's what these guys are right here. And one really unique thing about Jazzy here is she actually has a blue eye, which is pretty unique. Good puppy. Good puppy. All right, so that's the fawn. Next, let's get to the chocolate. Again, one of my favorite colors is a chocolate, guys. And this is a beautiful, rich chocolate here. And you would call this one here, this is Hershey. He's a male, a chocolate and tan. So how do we know he's a chocolate? Well, he carries 2 copies of chocolate. He'd probably carry 2 copies of CO. And why he stayed chocolate compared to, let's just say this one, and this one, is because he did not carry 2 copies of blue again, which is the dilute gene, little d. So he might have 1 copy of little d or no copies, but he definitely carries 2 copies of cocoa. So that's why you are a chocolate. And these fawns do not carry 2 copies of cocoa. They would have just carried 1 copy of cocoa, no copies cocos, or 1 copy blue, or no copies blue. That's why they didn't get to be blue, lilac, or cocoa. They stayed the fawn color. Next, let's go to this little one here. Or these 2 are pretty similar. So from looking at these guys here, I would say that this one here is a lilac. Let's see. She also could be a blue. We would need to color test them for sure though. But let's just say in today's video it is a blue, but you do need a color test because she definitely carries 2 copies of blue. That's why she looks like this. If she'd carry 2 copies of chocolate, she would be a lilac, which I think she's lilac, but for today's video, let's just say she's blue. We would definitely need to do a color test to say for sure she's 100% lilac. Right, girly? But since she does carry the 2 copies blue, that's what gives her this beautiful blue coat color. As to the chocolate, the fawns here, they only carried, again, 1 copy of blue or no copies of blue, so they weren't able to get this blue color here. Then let's, for sure, we know this guy's a lilac. Kind of sometimes look at the light purple pads and the eyes. If they're green eyes, a lot of times you can see that they're lilac. So this one is definitely a lilac, and it's a lilac, merle, and tan, which this one would have been a blue merle, or blue and tan, or a lilac and tan as well. Just like her, she's a chocolate and tan, right, buddy? So this here is probably one of our most rare coat colors in the litter, and just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is Colt. He is gonna go right away, guys. He is absolutely stunning. Aren't you, buddy? He's a little bit tinier too. But yeah, he is a lilac, merle, and tan. Again, the lilac is because he has 2 copies blue, or dilute, little d, and 2 copies cocoa, which is little co. And then he also carries 2 copies of the AT for the tan points, or 1 copy of AT as well. You can have tan points with just 1 copy. So since he has all of those colors, he is a lilac and tan. All right, last but not least, guys, we have the platinum, which we have done multiple videos. If you guys want to go in really big detail on what is a platinum, which is this basically winter white coat color. It's not a cream, it's a platinum. You have to have multiple different coat colors to create this platinum color. So basically whoever you breed, say you would breed this, it's a male, say you would breed this to a chocolate, you're gonna get chocolate puppies. If you breed it to a blue, you're gonna get blue puppies. This guy has a lot of all the different coat colors, which gives him this platinum look. Jazzy, what are you doing? You're beautiful, aren't you? Yeah, you're beautiful. So yeah, guys, again, we had 6 different coat colors, and I hope I kind of simplified it for you, just not, scientific way today, just a nice, easy way. If you want to, it's really cool to, if you see a French Bulldog litter, if you're looking for a Frenchie and you want to try to guess the French Bulldog's coat color, it's just a fun kind of thing to do and kind of test your knowledge without actually doing DNA tests. You can do it, you can get a pretty good understanding once you understand all the different colors, all the names of the colors, once you kind of really watch. Just like Hershey's watching me and Jazzy's watching me, and really try to understand this stuff. It's not too hard. So thanks again, guys. Hopefully you learned again a lot about French Bulldog coat colors in today's video, and we'll do more stuff like this in the future. Subscribe, hit the like button, comment below, and we'll see you in our next video.